now, or perhaps it's in your jacket. We find it hard to sing if it should start to ring, so please turn off that thing before you pack it. Cell phones, there's one thing that we hate when you communicate, while we try to orate, turn off your cell phones. There's one thing that we hate when you communicate, while we try to orate, turn off your cell phones. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor to present to you the Gilbert and Sullivan Very Light Opera Company Orchestra under the baton of Dr. Randal Buikema.
Iolanthe was the life and soul of fairyland. She wrote all our songs and arranged all our dances. We sing her songs and we trip her measures, but we don't enjoy ourselves.
To think, it's been 25 years since she was banished. What could she have done to deserve so terrible a punishment?
Something awful. She married a mortal.
Is it injudicious to marry a mortal?
Injudicious! Why, it strikes at the root of the whole PERI system. By all laws, a fairy who marries a mortal dies.
Oh! But Iolanthe didn't die. No! Because your queen, who loved her with a surpassing love, commuted her sentence to penal servitude for life, on condition that she left her husband without a word of explanation and never communicated with him again.
And that sentence of penal servitude she is now serving on her head at the bottom of that stream.
Yes. But when I banished her, I gave her all the pleasant places of the earth to dwell in. I'm sure I never intended her to go and live at the bottom of a stream. Oh, it makes me perfectly wretched to think of the discomfort she must have undergone.
Think of the damp, and her chest was always delicate.
And the frog. I shall never enjoy any peace of mind until I know why Iolanthe went to live among the frogs. Then why not summon her and ask her? Why? Because if I set eyes on her, I should forgive her at once.
And why not forgive her? 25 years, it's a long time.
Think how we loved her.
Oh, loved her? What was your love to mine? Why, she was invaluable to me. Who taught me to curl myself inside a buttercup? Iolanthe. Who taught me to swing upon the cobweb? Iolanthe. Who taught me to dive into a dewdrop, to nestle in a nutshell, to gamble upon gossamer? Iolanthe.
She certainly did surprising things.
Oh, give her back to us, great queen, for your sake, if not for ours. Oh, I should be strong, but I am weak. I should be marble, but I am clay. Her punishment has been heavier than I intended. I did not mean that she should go and live among the frogs. Oh, and well, it shall be as you wish. It shall be as you wish. From thy dark exile thou art sung, madam. Why on earth did you go and live at the bottom of that stream?
To be near my son, Strephon.
Bless my heart. I didn't know you had a son.
He was born soon after I left my husband by your royal command, but he doesn't even know of his father's existence.
How old is he? 24.
24? No one to look at you would think you had a son of 24. But that's one of the advantages of being immortal. We never age. Is he pretty?
He's very pretty, but he is inclined to enjoy his pudding.
I see no objection to pudding. In moderation.
And what is he?
He's an Arcadian shepherd, and he loves Phyllis, a ward in Chancery.
Dear shepherd. Is he half a fairy?
He's a fairy down to the waist, but his legs are mortal. Oh, dear me.
I have no reason to suppose that I am more curious than other people. But I confess, I should like to see a person who's a fairy down to the waist, but whose legs are mortal.
Nothing easier, for here he comes.
Oh!
Good mother, good mother, good mother, good mother. By some means or other, they banish your sorrow. With joy you're telling my joys, we spread it to joy in a measure, it spreads for pleasure. I'm to be married today, today. Yes, I'm to be married today.
Yes, she's to be married today, today. Yes, she's to be married today.
Then the Lord Chancellor has at last given his consent to your marriage with his beautiful ward Phyllis.
Not he indeed. To all my tearful prayers he answers me. A shepherd lad is no fit helpmate to a ward of chancery. I stood in court, and there I sang him songs of Arcady with flashing accompaniment in vain. For at first he seemed amused, so did the bar, but quickly wearing of my song and pipe bade me it out. Then a servile usher in crumpled bands and rusty bombazines led me, still singing, into Chancery Lane. Oh, I'll go no more. I'll marry her today and brave the upshot be what it may. But what are these?
Oh, Strephon, rejoice with me. My queen has pardoned me.
Pardon you, mother. Oh, this is good news indeed.
And these are my beloved siblings.
Your siblings? Then they must be my aunts.
And uncles.
And uncles.
A pleasant piece of news for your bride on her wedding day.
My bride knows nothing of my fairyhood. I dare not tell her, lest it frighten her. She thinks me mortal and prefers me so.
Well, fairyhood doesn't seem to have done you much good.
Much good, my dear aunt. It's the curse of my existence. What's the use of being half a fairy? My body can creep through a keyhole. But what's the good of that when my legs are left kicking behind? I can make myself invisible, down to the waist, but what's the use of that when my legs remain exposed to view? My brain is a fairy brain, but from the waist down I'm a gibbering idiot. My upper half is immortal, but my lower half grows older. Every day, and someday or other must die of old age. What's to become of my upper half when I've buried my lower half, I really don't know.
Poor fellow! I see your difficulty, but with a fairy brain, you should seek an intellectual sphere of action. Let me see. I've a borough or two at my disposal. Would you like to go into Parliament?
Oh, a fairy member. That would be delightful.
I'm afraid I shall do you no good there. You see, down to the waist, I'm a Tory of the most determinate description. But my legs are a couple of confounded radicals, and on a division, they'd be sure to take me into the wrong lobby. You see, they're 2 to 1, which is a strong working majority.
Don't let that distress you. You shall be returned as a liberal conservative. And your legs shall be our peculiar care.
I see your majesty does not do things by halves.
No, we are fairies down to the feet. Very well attractive stranger. Very well attractive stranger. What thou be without danger, peril or perplexity, call us and we'll come to thee. I call us and we'll come to thee. Tripping hither, nobody knows why or whither. We must now be taking wing to another fairy ring. Tripping hither, tripping thither, we must now be taking wing to another fairy Good morrow, good lover, good morrow. I prithee discover, still purchase or borrow, some means of concealing the care you are feeling and joy in a measure, expressing a pleasure. For we're to be married today. Yes, we're to be married today.
Yes, we're to be married today. Yes, we're to be married today. My Phyllis, today we are to be made happy forever.
Well, we're to be married.
It's the same thing.
I suppose it is. But oh, Strephon, I tremble at the step I'm taking. I believe it's penal servitude for life to marry a ward of court without the Lord Chancellor's consent. I shall be of age in 2 years. Don't you think you could wait 2 years?
2 years? Have you ever looked in the glass?
No, never.
Well, here, take a look at that, and tell me if you think it rational to expect me to wait 2 years.
No! You're quite right. It's asking too much. One must be reasonable.
Besides, who knows what will happen in 2 years' time? Why, you might fall in love with the Lord Chancellor himself by then.
Yes, he's a clean old gentleman.
Well, as it is, half of the House of Lords are sighing at your feet.
The House of Lords is certainly extremely attentive.
Attentive? Well, I should think they were. Why did 5 in 20 Liberal peers come down to shoot across your grass plot last autumn? It couldn't have been the sparrows. Why did 5 in 20 Conservative peers come down to fish in your pond? Don't tell me it was the goldfish. No, delays are dangerous, and if we are to marry, the sooner the better, right?
To
Which is exasperating for a highly susceptible Chancellor.
Which is exasperating for a highly susceptible Chancellor.
And now, my lords, to the business of the day.
By all means. Phyllis, who is a ward of court, has so powerfully affected your lordships that you have appealed to me in a body to give her to whichever one of you she may think proper to select. And a noble lord has gone to her cottage.
Oh!
To request her immediate attendance. It would be idle to deny that I myself have the misfortune to be singularly attracted by this young person. My regard for her is rapidly undermining my constitution. 3 months ago, I was a stout man. I need say no more. If I could reconcile it with my duty, I should unhesitatingly award her to myself, for I can conscientiously say that I know no man who is so well fitted to render her exceptionally happy.
Yeah.
But such an award would be open to misconstruction, and therefore, at whatever personal inconvenience, I waive my claim.
My lord, I desire on the part of this house to express its sincere sympathies with your lordship's most painful position.
I thank your lordships. The feelings of a Lord Chancellor who is in love with a ward of court are not to be envied. What is his position? Can he give his own consent to his own marriage to his own ward? Can he marry his own ward without his own consent? And if he marry his own ward without his own consent, can he commit himself for contempt of his own court? And if he commit himself for contempt of his own court, can he appear by counsel before himself to move for arrest of his own judgment? Ah, my lords, it is indeed painful to have to sit upon a war sack which is stuffed with such thorns as these.
My lords, I have much pleasure in announcing that I have succeeded in inducing the young person to present herself at the bar of this house.
My well-loved rat and guardian dear,
the rosiest show. Her eyes are the richest and rarest. Her origin's lowly, it's true, but of birth and position I've plenty. I've grammar and spelling for 2, and blood and behavior for 20. Her origin's lowly, it's true. I've grammar and spelling for 2, of birth and position I've plenty, with blood and behavior for 20. Of birth.
And diverged on every conceivable motion, or questions of party emerged in a frenzy of love and devotion. If you ask us distinctly to say what party we claim to belong to, we reply without doubt or delay, the party we're singing this song to. If you ask us distinctly to say, we reply without doubt or delay, the party we claim to belong to. It's a party we're singing this song to. The party we claim to belong to. It's the party we're singing this song to.
I'm very much pained to refuse, but I'll stick with my pipes and my tables. I can spell all the words that I use, and my crown is as good as my neighbors. As for birth, I was born like the rest. My behavior is rustic but hearty, and I know where to turn for the best. But I want to take you on the party. My station is none of the best.
As a boy, she was born like the rest. She knows where to look for her party. When she wants a particular party, she knows where to look.
Whenever I want
she knows where to look for her party.
As in the lowly air of 7 dials.
what avail art thou to serve us now, locating from the flood, Lord, oh, Lord.
My gods, it may not be. With grief my heart is riven. You waste your time on me. For my heart is given.
Given,
Yes, given.
and who has dared to brave our high displeasure, and thus defy our definite command?
'Tis I, the young Strephon, mine this priceless treasure. Against the world, I claim my darling's hand. A shepherd I,
A shepherd he,
of Arcadie,
of Arcady,
betrothed are we,
betrothed are they,
and meet to be
espoused today. A shepherd he, of Arcady, a shepherd he, of Arcady, betrothed is he, and means to be espoused today. 'Neath this blow as the stab dagger, though we momentarily stagger, in each heart from we innately, let's depart, dignified and stately. Let's depart, dignified and stately, 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 dignified and stately. Now, sir, what excuse have you to offer for having disobeyed an order of the Court of Chancery?
My lord, I know no courts of chancery. I go by nature's acts of parliament. The bees, the breeze, the seas, the rooks, the brooks, the gales, the vales, the fountains, the mountains cry. You love this maiden, embrace her, we command you. 'Tis written in heaven, by the bright barbed dart that leaps forth into lurid light from each grim thundercloud. The very rain pours forth her sad and sodden sympathy. When chorus nature bids me embrace my love, shall I reply? Nay. But a certain Chancellor forbids it? Sir, you are England's Lord High Chancellor, but are you Chancellor of birds and trees? King of the winds and Prince of the thunderclouds?
No. It's a nice point. I don't know that I ever met it before. But my difficulty is that at present there's no evidence before the court that chorus nature has interested herself in the matter.
No evidence? You have my word for it. I tell you, she bade me embrace my love.
Ah, but my good sir, you mustn't tell us what she told you. It's not evidence. Now, an affidavit from a thunderstorm, or a few words on oath from a heavy shower would meet with all the attention they deserve.
And have you the heart to apply the prosaic rules of evidence to a case which bubbles over with poetical emotion?
Distinctly. I have always kept my duty strictly before my eye, and it is to that account that I owe my advancement to my present distinguished position.
What?
When I went to the bar as a very young man, said I to myself, said I, I'll work on a new and original plan, said I to myself, said I, I'll never assume that a robber or thief is a gentleman worthy implicit belief, because his attorney has sent me a brief, said I to myself, said I. Ere I go into court, I will read my brief through, said I to myself, said I, and I'll never take work I'm unable to do, said I to myself, said I. My learned profession I'll never misplace by taking a fee with a grin on my face, but I haven't been there to attend to the case, said I to myself, said I. I'll never throw dust in a juryman's eye, said I to myself, said I, or hoodwink a judge who is not ever wise, said I to myself, said I, or assume that the witnesses summoned in force, in exchequer queen's bench, common pleas or divorce, have perjured themselves as a matter of course, said I to myself, said I. In other professions in which men engage, said I to myself, said I, the army, the navy, the church, and the stage. Said I to myself, said I, professional license if carried too far, your chance of promotion was certainly more, and I fancy the rule might apply to the bar, said I to myself, said I.
Oh, Phyllis, to have you taken from me just as I was on the point of making you my own. It's too much. It's just too much.
My son in tears, and on his wedding day.
Oh, my wedding day. Oh, Mother, weep with me, for the law has interposed between us, and the Lord Chancellor has separated us forever.
Oh, the Lord Chancellor. Oh, if he did but know.
If he did but know what?
Oh, no matter. The Lord Chancellor has no power over you. Remember, you are half a fairy. You can defy him. Down to the waist.
Yes, but down to the waist he can commit me to prison for years. Of what avail is it if my body is free, if my legs are serving out 7 years of penal servitude?
True, but take heart. Our queen has promised you her special protection. I will go to her and lay your peculiar case before her.
Oh, my beloved mother, how can I ever repay the debt I owe you? And all his darling prey to chase the gloom away on the accord.
What was that?
I think I heard him say that on a rainy day, to while the time away on her he'd call. We think we heard him say that on a rainy day, to while the time away on her he'd call.
shouldst need in work, I'll give thee one. What was that?
I heard the mensch remark she'd meet him after dark inside St. James's Park and give him one.
The minx remark, she'd meet him after dark inside St. James's Park and give him one.
The prospect's not so bad, my heart so sore and sad. May Fairy soon be glad as summer sun. Oh, when the sky is dark and tempest wreck his bark, if I should need an ark, she'll give him one.
I'll give him one. Give him
Oh, shame is what dread, what they do, don't they devil? They want to dissemble, we parted forever. He worshipped him blindly, he worships another.
Attend to me kindly, this lady's my mother.
This lady's his what?
This lady's my mother.
This lady's his what?
He says she's his mother.
What means this mirth unseemly that shakes the listening earth?
The joke is good extremely, and it justifies on earth.
This gentleman is seen with a maid of 17, is drinking of his dolce far niente, and wonders he'd achieve, for he asked us to believe she's his mother and he's nearly 25.
Recollect yourself, I pray, and be careful what you say, as the ancient woman said, Bestina Iolanthe. For I really do not see how so young a girl can be the mother of a man of 5 and 20.
By the walls of evidence I have no doubt she has been my mother from my birth. In babyhood upon her lap I lay, with infant food she moistened my clay. Had she withheld the succor she supplied, my hunger quelled till Strephon night and died,
And that refreshment been denied. Indeed, our Strephon might have died.
And that refreshment been denied, indeed our Strephon might have died. But as she's not his mother, it appears, why weep these hot, unnecessary tears? And by what law should we so joyously rejoice because our Strephon did not die? Oh, rather let us pipe our eye, because our Strephon did not die.
That's very true, let's pipe our hearts, because our Strephon did not die.
Good treat us one, forever we must part. To one of you, my lords, I give my heart.
Oh,
No, no!
Oh,
No!
oh,
Mighty protectress, hasten to my aid! The lady of my love has caught me talking to another.
oh, fine, a servant is a rogue.
I tell her very plainly that the lady is my mother.
Taradiddle, Tom, long day.
She won't believe my statement and declares we must be parted because on a career couple feelings I have started. Then gives a hand to one of these and leaves me broken-hearted.
Taradiddle, Tom, long day.
A cruel one to separate two lovers from each other.
Oh, fine, a servant is a rogue.
You've done him an injustice, for the lady is his mother.
Taradiddle, Tom, long day.
The table passed my service time as well as any other. I didn't see her face, but they followed one another. And she's but 17, I don't believe it was his mother. Taradiddle,
Tom, long day.
I have often had a use for a thoroughbred excuse of a sudden, which is English for repente. But of all I ever heard, this is much the most absurd, for she's 17 and he is 5 and 20.
But she is 17 and he is 4, 5 and 20. Oh, fine, a servant is a rogue. Listen right to me, for this paradox will be carried nobody of contradiction. Her age upon the date of his birth was -8. If she's 17 and he is 5 and 20. She's 17 and he is 4, 5 and 20. Say she's his mother, is it not a bit of folly? Oh, fine, a Strephon is a rogue. Perhaps his brain is addled and he's very melancholy. Taradiddle, Tom, long day. I wouldn't say a word that could be reckoned as injurious, but to find a mother younger than her son is very curious. And that's the kind of mother that is usually spurious. Taradiddle, Tom, long day. Go away, madam, I should say, madam, you display, madam, shocking taste. It is rude, madam, to intrude, madam, with your rude, madam, race to face. You come here, madam, interfere, madam, interfere, madam, I am one. You're aware, madam, what you dare, madam, so take care, madam, and be gone.
Let us say, madam, I should say, madam, they display, madam, shocking taste. It is rude, madam, to allude, madam, to your brood, madam, raise a face. We don't fear, madam, any fear, madam, no, my dear, madam, this is one. They will stare, madam, when aware, madam, but they dare, madam, when they don't.
Bearded by these puny mortals, I will launch from fairy portals all the most terrific wonders in my armory of wonders.
Should they launch terrific wonders, who would then repent their blunders?
Away, madam, I should say, madam, you display, madam, shocking taste. It is rude, madam, to allude, madam, to your brood, madam, raise a face. Interfere, madam, interfere, madam, no, my dear, madam, I have one. You're aware, madam, what you dare, madam, so take care, madam, what you dare, madam, and be gone. You're aware, what you dare, so take care, and be gone.
Oh, Chancellor, it's highly necessary your tongue to teach respectful speech, your attitude to vary, your ordinals wary, your manner arbitrary, or out of place with face to face with an influential fairy.
We never knew we were talking an influential fairy. A play on this vagary, I'm in a nice quandary of hasty tone with dames unknown. I ought to be more chary. It seems that she's a fairy from Andersen's library, and I took her for the proprietor of a lady's seminary.
For the proprietor of a ladies' seminary.
When next your houses do assemble, you may tremble. Our wrath, when gentlemen offend us, is tremendous.
They meet under it a calling, doom appalling.
Take down our sentence as we speak it, and he shall wreak it.
Oh, spare us!
Heads go threaded, cast away, crooks and pipes and ribbons so gay, locks and bells that bleat and blow, into Parliament you shall go.
Into Parliament he shall go, backed by a supreme authority, he'll command a large majority. Into Parliament, Parliament, he shall go. Into Parliament, he shall go. Into Parliament, he shall go. Into Parliament, he shall go.
In the parliamentary hive, liberal or conservative, Whig or Tory, I don't know, but into Parliament you shall go.
Into Parliament he shall go, backed by our supreme authority, he'll command a large majority. Into Parliament, he in our Parliament he shall go. Into Parliament he shall go. Into Parliament, Parliament, he shall go. Into Parliament he shall go.
Every bill and every measure that will gratify his pleasure, though your fury it arouses, shall be passed by both your houses.
No.
You shall sit, if he sees reason, through the grouse and salmon season.
No.
He shall end the cherished rights you enjoy on Friday nights.
No.
He shall prick that annual blister, marriage with deceased wife's sister.
Mercy.
Titles shall ennoble then all the common councilmen. Peers shall teem in Christendom, and a duke's exalted station be attainable by comparative examination.
They can't assemble, nor hide and punch them into grief and shame. There's my forbearance, they must pay with thee. And sing in every shape, a very painful wretch. From mouse below the sea, and I regret to follow. country cannot say what needles may result in consequence.
On both these values shall the words will face the night.
That word is French.
Distinction as before, a herd of vulgar plebs.
A Latin word.
With filth, with joy and madness, rock the hoi polloi.
A Greek remark.
One Latin word, one Greek remark, and one that's French.
Lord, these are the Greek, the French with beast and lion.
That word is French.
Distinction as before, a herd of vulgar plebs.
A Latin word.
With filth, with joy and madness, rock the hoi polloi.
A Greek remark.
One Latin word, one Greek remark, and one that's French.
Don't say it is, if I'm no doubt of deep, the cats, I think your country cannot say what needles may result in consequence.
Our king, defense, will pursue all time, will let potential rule on all the hills on whom we trust to all. All that we will not fail, we must fight hard, our friends make
on sentry go to chase monotony. He exercises on his brains, that he's assuming that he's got many. Though never nurtured in the lap of luxury, yet I admonish you, I am an intellectual chap, and think of things that would astonish you. I often think it's comical, how nature always does contrive, that every boy and every gal that's born into the world of life is either a little liberal or else a little conservative. Fallada is either a little liberal or else a little conservative. Fallada. When in that house MPs divide
decide if they've a brain and cerebellum too. They've got to leave that brain outside and vote just as their leaders tell them to. But then the prospect of a lot of dog and keys in close proximity, all thinking for themselves, is what no man can face with equanimity. Then let's rejoice with loud fa-la, fa-la-la, fa-la-la, that nature always does contrive, fa-la-la-la, that every boy and every gal that's born into the world alive is either a little liberal or else a little conservative. Fa-la-la, fa-la-la, is either a little liberal or else a little conservative.
Annoyed, I should think so, by this ridiculous protege of yours is playing the deuce with everything. Tonight is the second reading of his bill to throw the peerage open to competitive examination.
And he'll carry it too.
Carry it? Of course he will. He's a parliamentary Pickford. He carries everything.
Yes, that's our fault, if you please.
The deuce it is.
Yes, we influence the members and compel them to vote just as he wishes them to.
As short as the debates.
Well, but think what it all means. I don't so much mind for myself, but with a house of peers with no grandfathers worth mentioning, the country must go to the dogs.
Yes, I suppose it must.
I don't want to say a word against brains. I have a great respect for brains. I often wish I had some myself. But with the House of Peers composed exclusively of people of intellect, what's to become of the House of Commons?
I haven't thought of that.
This comes of women interfering in politics. It so happens that if there is an institution in Great Britain which is not susceptible of any improvement at all, it is the House of Peers. When when Britain really ruled the waves in good Queen Bess's time, the House of Peers made no pretense to intellectual eminence or scholarship sublime. Yet Britain won her proudest place in good Queen Bess's glorious days. Yet Britain won her proudest place in good Queen Bess's glorious days.
Yes, Britain won her proudest days in good Queen Bess's glorious days.
When Wellington thrashed Bonaparte, as every child can tell, the House of Peers throughout the war did nothing in particular, and did it very well. Yet Britain set the world ablaze in good King George's glorious days. Yet Britain set the world ablaze in good King George's glorious days.
Yes, Britain set the world ablaze in good King George's glorious days.
And when the noble statesmen of the legislative hand, and noble statesmen do not itch to interfere in matters which they do not understand. As bright will shine Great Britain's rays as in King George's glorious days. As bright will shine Great Britain's rays as in King George's glorious days.
As bright will shine Great Britain's rays as in King George's glorious days.
Marvelous creatures are they not?
Distinctly, for self-contained dignity, combined with airy condescension, give me a British representative peer.
Then pray stop this protégé of yours before it's too late. Think of the mischief you're doing.
But they can't stop him now. Aren't they lovely? Oh, why did you go to Fairies, you great geese?
To be sighed, but don't suppose a tearful eye forgiveness shows. Oh no, we're very cross indeed. Yes, very cross. Don't go.
Your disrespectful sneers, don't go. A quaff with indignity.
Shame! Shame upon you! Is this your fidelity to the laws you are bound to obey? Know ye not that it is death to marry a mortal?
Yes, but it's not death to wish to marry a mortal.
If it were, you'd have to execute us all.
No! This is weakness! Subdue it!
Oh, we know it's weakness, but its weakness is so strong.
We are not all as tough as you are.
Tough! Do you suppose that I am insensible to the effects of manly beauty? Look at that man. A perfect picture. Who are you, sir?
Private Willis, B Company, 1st Grenadier Guards.
You're a very fine fellow, sir.
I am generally admired.
I can quite understand it. Now here is a man whose physical attributes are simply godlike. That man has the most extraordinary effect upon me. If I yielded to natural impulses, I should fall down and worship that man. But I mortify this inclination. I wrestle with it, and it lies beneath my feet. That is how I treat my regard for that man. Faith in you because his bravery my bosom thorns. I disobey her fairy laws because I fly in realms above, intending see to fall in love, resemble like the amorous dove, resemble like amorous dove. Oh, amorous dove, type of obediousness, oh, his heart of mine is soft as thine, although I dare not say so. Oh, amorous dove, type of obediousness, oh, his heart of mine is soft as thine, although I dare not say so. This fire that glows with lambent flame, I now expose to scorn and shame, and out it goes in duty's name. A fairy love must be your guide, we're like a straw upon its tide, its power on the river wide, its power on river wide. Oh, river wide, oh,
I'm engaged to 2 noblemen at once. That ought to make any girl happy. But I'm miserable. Don't suppose it's because I care for Strephon, for I hate him. No girl could care for a man who goes about with a mother considerably younger than himself.
Phyllis, my darling.
Phyllis, my own.
Don't! How dare you! Unless you are the 2 noblemen I am engaged to.
I am one of them.
I am the other.
Ah, then, my darling, my own. Well, have you decided which it's to be?
Not altogether. It's a difficult position. It would be hardly delicate to toss up. On the whole, we would rather leave it to you.
How can it possibly concern me? You are both earls, and you are both rich, and you are both plain.
So we are. At least I am.
So am I.
No.
Oh, I am indeed very plain.
Well, perhaps you are.
There really isn't anything to choose between you. Unless one of you would forego his title and distribute his estates among his Irish tenantry, why then, I should see a reason for accepting the other.
Tolloller, are you prepared to make the sacrifice?
No.
Not even to oblige a lady?
No, not even to oblige a lady.
Then the only question is, which of us shall give way to the other? Perhaps on the whole she would be happier with me. I don't know, I may be wrong.
No, I don't know that you are. I really believe she would. But the awkward part of the thing is that if you rob me of the girl of my heart, we must fight, and one of us must die.
Oh.
It's a family tradition that I've sworn to respect. It's a painful position, for I have a very strong regard for you, George.
My dear Thomas.
You are very dear to me, George. We were boys together. At least I was. If I were to survive you, my existence would be hopelessly embittered.
Then, my dear Thomas, you must not do it. I say it again and again. If it will have this effect upon you, you must not do it. No, no. If one of us is to destroy the other, let it be me.
No.
Ah, yes, by our boyish friendship, I implore you.
Oh, be it so. But no, I cannot consent to an act which would crush you with unavailing remorse.
But it would not do so. I should be very sad at first, though who would not be? But it would wear off. I like you very much, but not perhaps as much as you like me.
George, you're a noble fellow, but that telltale tear betrays you. No, George, you are very fond of me, and I cannot consent to give you a week's uneasiness on my account.
But it would not last a week, dear Thomas. Remember, you lead the House of Lords. Upon your demise, I shall take your place. Oh, Thomas, it would not last a day.
Now, I really hope you're not going to fight about me, because it really isn't worthwhile.
Well, I don't believe it.
Nor I. The sacred ties of friendship are paramount.
Though perhaps I may incur your blame, the things are few I would not do in friendship's name.
And I may say I think the same. Not even love should rank above true friendship's name.
Then free me, mine the blame. Forget your praise and go your ways in friendship's name. In friendship's name.
Oh, many a man in friendship's name has yielded fortune, rank, and fame, but no one yet in the world so wide has yielded a promised bride.
Accept, O friendship, the same.
This
unrequited, robs me of me rest. Love, hopeless love, me ardent soul encumbers. Love, nightmare-like, lies heavy on me chest, and weaves itself into me midnight slumbers. When you lie in the wind, the dismal headache reposes tabooed by anxiety. I conceive you may use any language you choose to indulge in without impropriety. For your brain is on fire, the bedclothes conspire, have used the stubborn to plunder you. First your counterpane goes and it covers your toes, then your seat slips demurely from under you. Then your blanketing tickles, you feel like mixed pickles, so terribly sharp as the pricking. And you're haunted, you're cross, and you tumble and toss, and there's nothing twixt you and the ticking. Then your bedclothes all creep to the ground in a heap, and you pick them all up and entangle. Next your pillow resigns, and the light and declines to remain in its usual angle. But you get some repose in the form of a doze without eyebrows and kind of an aching. But your slumbering teeth was a horrible dream, so you very much better be waking. For you dream you're crossing the channel and tossing about in a steamer for marriage, which is something between a large bathing machine and a very small second-class carriage. And you're killing a treat when the ice and cold meets to a party of friends and relations. They're a ravenous horde, and they all come on board at Sloane Square and South Kensington stations. And bound on that journey you find your attorney who started that morning from Devon. He's a bit undersized, and you don't be surprised when he tells you he's only 11. Or you're driving like mad with this singular lad by the ship now a four-wheeler. And you're playing round games and he calls you bad names when you tell him that time's been the dealer. Well, this you can't stand, so you throw up your hand and you find him as cold as an icicle. And you're shut in your socks to like sitting with one clock squatting Salisbury plate and a bicycle. And he and the crew are on bicycles too, which they've somehow or other invested in. And he's telling the tars of the particulars of a company he's interested in. It's a secret device to get at low prices or goods with off mixtures to cables, which tickle the sailors by treating retailers as though they were all vegetables. You get a good space with 2 pints of North Face and first take off his boots from the boot tree, and his legs will take roots and his fingers will shoot in the blossom and bud like a fruit tree. From the paintbrushes you get grapes and pea, cauliflower, pineapple and cranberries, while the pastry from Padre blinded with brand apple puffs and three-quarters and berries. The shells are a penny and never so many, all taken by Russian and Berry, and just as a few will allotted to you, you awake with a shudder despairing. You're a regular wreck with the crick in your neck and no wonder you spell for your hands on the floor. Your feet isn't fit for your soul, your sense and your flesh is like creepy and left like to sip. You've got it down and flying in us, the top of your leg and a feverish tongue and a desert intent, the generous sense of your having been sleeping in clover. But the darkness is past, and there's daylight at last, and the night has been long. Ditto, ditto, my song. And thank goodness they're both of them over.
I am much distressed to see your lordship in this condition.
Lord, it is indeed seldom that a Lord Chancellor has reason to envy the position of another. But I confess that I would rather be 2 heirs engaged to Phyllis than any other half-dozen noblemen upon the face of the globe.
Yes, it's an enviable position when you're the only one.
Ah, yes, no doubt. Most enviable. At the same time, seeing you thus, we naturally say to ourselves, this is very sad. His lordship is constitutionally as blithe as a bird. He trills upon the bench like a thing of song and gladness. His series of judgments in F sharp, given on Dante in 685, are among the most remarkable effects ever produced in a court of chancery. He is perhaps the only living instance of a judge whose decrees have received the honor of a double encore. How can we bring ourselves to do that which would deprive the court of chancery of one of its most attractive features?
I feel the force of your remarks, But I am here in 2 capacities, and they clash, my lord, they clash. I deeply grieve to say that in declining to entertain my last application to myself, I presumed to address myself in terms which render it impossible for me ever to apply to myself again. It was a most painful scene, my lord, most painful.
This is what it is to have 2 capacities. Let us be thankful that we are persons of no capacity whatever.
Come. Remember, you are a very just and kindly old gentleman, and you need have no hesitation in approaching yourself, so that you do so respectfully and with a proper show of deference.
Do you really think so?
I do.
Well, I shall nerve myself to another effort, and if that fails, I resign myself to my fate.
If you go in, you're sure to win. Yours will be the charming maid. Be your law, the ancient saw. Fate hath never won the fair lady. Never, never, never. Fate hath never won the fair lady. Every journey has an end. When at the worst affairs will bend. Dark and long and days lie. Hustle your horse and don't say die.
He who shines at such a prize is not worth a mere penny. He is too kind to bear in mind. Fate must never want their lady.
Never, never, never. Fate must never want their lady. While the sun shines made for hay, where a wind is there's a way. Here the lion in his lair, none of the brave deserve the fair.
I'll take part and make the start. Oh, I fear the prospect shady. What I spend to gain my end. Fate hath never won fair lady. Never, never, never.
Fate hath never won fair lady. Nothing venture, nothing win. Blood is thick, but water's thin. In for a penny, in for a pound. It's law that makes the world go round. Nothing venture, nothing win. Blood is thick, but water's thin. In for a penny, in for a pound. It's law that makes the world go round.
I suppose one ought to enjoy oneself in Parliament when one meets both parties, as I do. But I'm miserable, poor, broken-hearted fool that I am. Oh, Phyllis, Phyllis,
Yes?
Phyllis! So I suppose I should say, my lady, for I have not yet been informed which title your ladyship is pleased to select.
I haven't quite decided yet. You see, I have no mother to advise me.
No, I have.
Yes, a young mother.
Not very, a couple centuries or so.
Oh, she wears well.
Well, she does. That's because she's...
I beg your pardon. Oh, what?
Oh, I've no longer any reason to conceal the fact that she's a fairy.
A fairy? What? That would account for a good many things. Why then, I suppose you're a fairy.
Well, I'm only half a fairy.
Which half?
The upper half, down to the waistcoat.
Dear me. Well, there's nothing to show for it.
Well, don't do that!
Oh, well, why didn't you tell me this before?
Well, I thought you would take a dislike to me. But as it's all off, you may as well know the truth. I'm only half mortal.
But I'd rather half mortal I do love than half a dozen I don't.
Well, I think not. Go to your half dozen.
It's only 2. And I hate them. Oh, please forgive me.
Well, I don't think I ought to. And besides, all sorts of difficulties will arise. You should know, my grandmother looks quite as young as my mother. So do all my aunts.
I quite understand. I promise that whenever I see you kissing a very young lady, I shall know it's an elderly relative.
You will? Oh, Phyllis, I think we shall be very happy.
We won't wait long.
No, we might change our minds. We'll get married first.
And change our minds afterwards.
That's the usual course. If we're weak enough to tarry here, we marry you and I. Of the feeling I inspire, you may tire by and by. For days with glowing coffers press their offers, that is why I'm sure we should not tarry here, we marry you and I.
If we're weak enough to tarry here, we marry you and I. If we're more attractive maiden, true maiden, you'll be mine. If by chance we should be parted, broken hearted, I should die. So I think we will not tarry here, we marry you and I.
If we're weak enough to tarry here, we marry you and I. Of the feeling I inspire, you may tire by and by. Of the feeling I inspire, you may tire by and by. If we're weak enough to tarry here, we marry you and I. Of the feeling I inspire, you may tire by and by. So I think we will not tarry here, we marry you and I. You and I, you and I.
Is she aware of our engagement?
She is. And thus she welcomes her daughter-in-law.
She kisses just like other people. Oh, but the Lord Chancellor!
Oh, I forgot about him. Mother, none can resist your fairy eloquence. Will you go to him and plead for us?
No, no, impossible.
But our happiness, our very lives depend on obtaining his consent.
Oh, madam, you cannot refuse to do this.
You know not what you ask. The Lord Chancellor is my husband.
Your husband?
My husband. And your father.
My father?
Then our course is plain. Upon his realizing that Strephon is his son, all objection shall at once be removed.
Nay, he must never know. He believes me to have died childless. And dearly as I love him, I am bound under penalty of death not to deceive him.
Aha!
Let's see, he comes. Quick, my veil.
Victory! Victory! Success has crowned my offense, and I may consider myself engaged to Phyllis. At first I wouldn't hear of it. It was out of the question. But I took heart. I pointed out to myself that I was no stranger to myself. That as a matter of fact, I had been personally acquainted with myself for a number of years. This had its effect. I admitted that I had watched my professional advancement with considerable interest, and I handsomely added that I yielded to no one in admiration for my private and professional virtues. This was a great point gained, but then I had to work upon my feelings, conceive my joy, when I distinctly perceived a tear glistening in my own eye. Eventually, after a severe struggle with myself, yes, I reluctantly most reluctantly consented.
My lord, a suppliant at your feet I kneel. Oh, listen to a mother's fond appeal. Hear me tonight, I come in urgent need. 'Tis for my son, young Strephon, that I plead. He loves, if in the bygone years thine eyes have ever shed tears, bitter unavailing tears for one untimely dead. If in the eventide of life sad thoughts of her rise, then let the memory of thy wife plead for my boy. He dies. He dies. If fondly laid aside in some old cabinet, memorials of thy long-dead bride lie dearly treasured yet. Then let her hallowed bridal dress her little dainty good, her faded dress plead for my boy.
It may not be, or so the fates decide. Learn thou that Phyllis is my promised bride.
Thy bride? No, no.
It shall be so. Those who would separate us, oh, it high.
My doom, thy lips have spoken. I plead in vain. Forbid, forbid. A vow already broken, I break again. Forbid, forbid. For him, for her, for thee, I yield my life. Behold, it may not be. I am thy
Iolanthe, thou livest.
I live. Now let me die.
Once again thy vows are broken. Thou thyself thy doom hast spoken.
As she has sinned, so have we.
What?
Oh, we are all fairy duchesses, marchionesses, countesses, viscountesses, and baronesses.
It's our fault. They couldn't help themselves.
It seems they have helped themselves. And pretty freely, too. You have all incurred death. But I can't slaughter the whole company. And yet, the law is clear. Every fairy must die who marries a mortal.
Allow me, as an old equity draftsman, to make a suggestion. The subtleties of the legal mind are equal to the emergency. The thing is really quite simple. The insertion of a single word will do it. Let it stand that every fairy shall die who doesn't marry a mortal. And there you are, out of your difficulty at once.
Oh, we like your humor. Very well. Private Willis!
Mom?
To save my life, it is necessary that I marry at once. How should you like to be a fairy guardsman?
Well, Mom, I don't think much of the British soldier who wouldn't inconvenience himself to save a female in distress.
You are a brave fellow. You're a fairy from this moment. And you, my lords, how say you? Will you join our ranks?
Well, now that the House of Peers appear to be recruited entirely from persons of intelligence, I really don't see what use we are down here, do you, Tolloller?
None whatever.
Good! Then away we go to Fairyland!
Soon as we may, off and away, we'll come in so joyfully, happy are we, as you can see, everyone is now a fairy. Everyone is now a fairy. There's a general prairie law, two strings go to every ball. Make up your mind and grief to be, if you two all to every string.
There's a general rule we know, two strings go to every ball. Make up your mind and grief to be, if you two all to every string.
Up in the sky, ever so high, pleasures come in endless series. We will arrange happy exchange, House of Peers for House of Peers.
Peeries, 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 House of Peers for House of Peeries. Up in the air, sky high, free from walls in Chancellor. He will be surely have your ford, he's such a susceptible Chancellor.